Well, I wasn't shocked. But it happened a little different. I was in my 20s, and he was like, hey, I'm thinking of doing the script. It's about a talking teddy bear. And the story was very different. He goes, but there's a girl character in it. There's a female character. I was 22, and he was like, who do you think would be right for it? It has to be somebody, in their like late 20s, early 30s. And the character was very different at the time. And I was like, oh, what about this person, that person? And so over the years, as the story changed and as the film got written, as the character changed, I got older, and some of the time the movie was ready to be made, he was like, why don't you just do it? And I was like, oh, okay. Like, it just kind of all happened very organically. I've known Seth since I did Family Guy when I was 15. And I know this because I couldn't drive myself to work. My studio teacher had to drive me. So I was 15 because I started driving when I was 16. Same guy who's just matured a little bit. Seth is one of those people that in the best sense possible, hasn't changed. He's still the same person. He's just as kind, just as generous, just as modest as he ever was. Oh, without a doubt, and kooky as ever, and has a sense of humor that I will never fully wrap my head around. But the heart of Seth has never changed. The difference is the turnaround. Like, you do television and you have a faster turnaround so you can keep pace with current events a little bit more so than in film. And I think he's so known for being so consistent with what's happening at the times. I do believe that he can relay that somehow on screen and film. Yeah. I just got it through an interview where the woman asked me something, and then called me a Jewish American. Okay? I am Jewish, but I've never been called a Jewish American. And I was just so taken aback by the idea of having to be so politically correct. Why? Why are we so yes, to answer your question, people need to stop taking themselves so seriously. Now, I'm not saying that there's certain matters that shouldn't be taken seriously, but then there's certain things that you should just chill out. I think that, everybody had to go in assuming the bear was human and believing the bear was human, more importantly. I mean, I've said this before, I'll say it again. If Mark, Seth, and I didn't believe the bear was real, then the audience wouldn't believe the bear was real. If the audience doesn't believe the bear is real, then the movie falls apart. Because I literally was like, Seth, who's Flash Gordon? I don't get it. And it's something against anything. He was like, come on, man, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, I'm going with it. I just don't know. But there's a couple of Family Guy writers, particularly Wellesley and Alec, who love Flash Gordon and McFarlane. And I literally was like, I've never heard of this. I'm sorry. I caught up on pop culture very quickly in the States. I did. I would say, television's magical, so are VHS tapes. But back to Flash Gordon, you're not the norm in this case.